Hello and welcome to Zasaa and to a Zasaa Zoomed In. And look, I am so excited. I'm about to break glasses. So excited. Like, I'm so excited. In fact, I think all of us apart from one. I'm so excited. So, because today I have a full house. I have got Kemi, who you know, Dele, who you should know, Wale, who never goes away.
All right.
So you definitely know. And what is making me so excited is Akintunde. Oh my God! Now let me give you some background before you think we're a bit crazy. So we've been filming this thing, and Akintunde didn't want to participate, but Kemi managed to persuade him. Thank you, Kemi. I owe you. I will pay you later, and I now owe Akintunde for life. But I don't care. It's good. So I've got a full house, and just so you know, I'm just going to do a quick. How long have we been friends?
47 years.
Oh my!
How long have we been friends?
Wow, that's
You
big.
thought you were deep.
So serious.
How long have we been friends?
43.
Don't add.
No, 43.
43. I don't know the answer.
43.
How long have we been here?
47.
How long have we been friends?
42.
So 2 42 years and 2 47 years old. So you see, these are my people. You know, my people. And you know what I always say about this is they've seen, how do you say in English? Seen me finish.
That's it.
I think that's the only way we can say it.
They've seen me finish, as in there's no need for ego, for pride, for posing, for anything. These are my family. So I'm so excited that they're all here. Anyway, let's get on with it. So today we have titled our topic, because as you know, we go all over the place for Zasaa. So we've titled our topic, Do Your Decisions Determine Your Destiny? And before I go further, let me just say I stole that from my mentoring scheme that I do at church. So that the mentoring that week is called Your Decisions Determine Your Destiny. Before anybody says I'm stealing, I stole. So, okay, guys. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about this is because Kemi and I were having a conversation, and I was saying that, you know, when we get married, right, all of us have, okay, let me even do that. How long have you been married?
23 years.
Better get it right, so is it?
23 years.
23 years. How long have you been married?
22 just.
How long have you been married?
21.
How long have you
I'm
been married?
joking, 21.
So 21, 21, 22, 23, 27.
Dear
Hey.
Lord. We bow.
So, no, it's not about, but so we've all been married for a significant period of time.
And we're still married.
And we're still
By
married,
God's
happily.
grace.
Thank you, Jesus.
By God's grace.
By God's grace, really by God's grace.
Really by.
It can only be.
So what I was saying was that, you know, when we got married, so we all got married relatively young for today's terms. When we got married, we said vows to our spouses that we will do this. But human beings grow. We change. We're supposed to. So how can you, you know, like when you now make the decision to marry a particular person and you say you're going to be faithful, you're going to, I can't even remember the vows, but all the vows, what you say, to love, honor, obey, cherish, etc. You didn't say obey.
No,
did you?
I actually had them put obey on purpose in mind because I
you
knew that
needed
was
it.
the only way I was going to do it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because a lot of people took out obey in those days.
I told them to add it.
No, I said obey. But you make all these promises to a person at age, let's say 25, right? Because I was 25. You make a promise to this person at age 25. You don't know, because at age 30, that person is going to think, and with women, we change at 30, we change at 40, we change at 50. I mean, I know you guys don't change as frequently, but you do change. You know, we're all supposed to be changing. So how can you now know that at age 30, you are still going to find this person attractive, love this person, like hanging out with this person, whatever it is that caused you to be with the person in the first place. So that's what I want to talk about.
You don't know, though.
You don't know.
No.
You seem
So
so
how-
excited about
I'm
that.
just excited.
You know
what?
I think she's just
I'm
excited.
just excited that all of you are here. I'm just so excited. So if we don't even discuss anything, I don't care. I'm okay. But let's try and pretend. Who wants to go
I think
first?
you don't know. You just hope. You actually don't know because you will change. That person will change. And I think one of the reasons we were talking about this was where I said love at the beginning could be this overwhelming emotion. But as you progress, it's an
has to be a
active
choice.
choice. It's an active intentionality of I've chosen to love you. So whatever it is that is needed to get maybe the emotional side to continue, we have to put in place. I think the magic of it magically slots in at the very beginning is what you then have to intentionally continue. So I think you don't know. but you have to work at it. Only if you don't want to, then that's a choice as well. But to say that, oh, at 20, I know I would love you at 50, I would want to, but do I know? I will have to make it happen. So it's not a magic thing. Saying I know means that you leave
But
it
that
to...
I will have to make it happen is
Yeah.
with Jesus, isn't it?
Oh gosh, yes, it can't be with you.
Because I just felt like
Oh, if it's with you, you're on your own,
Okay,
mate.
does anybody else want to come in?
Man, it's interesting because I tell my students, I say, look, I don't want you to hope that you know what's around the corner, or desire, or pray, or guess. I want you to move like move until you actually know what's around the corner before you make a decision. So
That in mind.
that's in mind. That's in mind. Yes, your decision right now at the altar, ideally, should not be made lightly
Oh gosh, yes.
at all.
But you don't know, like she's saying. So how?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So something I told my wife before, I said, look, hon, this is 100 to 0. I really
100 to 0, 0 to 100.
100 to 0. Here it is. What I'm doing, the way I feel for you right now, and the way I plan to feel for you going forward, is not going to be dependent on what you do for me. Period.
Okay.
So it's not my even my pull, or the reason why I love her is not because she's gorgeous and beautiful, but because I'm afraid of God.
But she's gorgeous and beautiful.
Oh, she is.
putting
Oh,
that
just
caveat
like-
there. Because you can't
she's-
come and sleep on our sofa. She's gorgeous and beautiful.
She's a doll, no doubt about that. But that was not what. That's not. In fact, we always say this. My brother and I can kind of say, look, we're not married. We're not still married because our wives are gorgeous, and we haven't not played out because our wives are beautiful. It's because I'm afraid of God, though.
Yeah, that's a good.
Because the covenant is with God.
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
with Him. He helps me. If it's based on her, I'm finished. I'm done. I'm gone.
Okay, all right. So hold
Sorry.
that. Agitunde, you were laughing.
Yeah, because in the context of marriage, the average 28-year-old man, I can speak because I was one at a point in time, is totally ignorant of a lot of these things. And the reality is, I must tell you, well, in the old days, you had to chase a woman to get her to agree to marry you. So it was your decision. You looked around and you decided that, okay, I want to go with this one for XYZ reason, and I don't want this one for XYZ reason. Then you go, and maybe she would consider your application. But in reality, at that time, when you've narrowed down the attributes, your assumption, stupidly, is that she's not going to change.
What?
It comes as a very rude shock. You will laughing. I'm not laughing, I'm serious. Here.
Sorry,
I'm sincere.
because we
Sorry.
changed. So we...
It comes as a terrible shock.
I get you.
And nobody told you this was going to happen.
Oh my God.
And in reality, on the flip side, is the woman who agrees to marry you, sees the flaws in your application, but for some odd reason, she thinks she can change you.
Hey,
Chai.
that's scary.
So both of you
That's good.
are going into this thing with different agendas. A complete misconception of the reality. And it's a perfect recipe for disaster if care is not taken.
Absolutely.
You know. And you guys have even made it worse now.
Yes, sorry.
Wait,
by
wait,
suggesting to me that, oh, we changed that 20, we changed the 30, we changed that 40. I mean, when is this change
Better
going
ask
to
Jesus.
stop?
Better ask God. That's how they created us. We did, it's not.
Change doesn't stop. Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. So maybe you should just tweak.
Manage your expectations.
No, because then we don't even know where this change is going
No,
to.
let me now
It's
make it
Tinubu
worse.
change, there's Buhari change. What change exactly?
Let me make it worse. we are not in charge of the change either.
Oh, really?
So it gets worse.
So even you are discovering this change.
Yes. As Tinuke said
As you
again,
go along.
sort of angling on the fact that we're fairly older women, we're hitting the perimenopausal change. The chemie of the morning is different from the chemie of the afternoon.
But then,
Wow.
do you expect the man to remain the same?
Oh no.
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 Okay.
No, I expect him to look after himself in the face of the madness of the woman he married. It's like,
Yes,
each
the
one
madness.
protect yourself. No, I don't expect the man not to change. I
Oh,
expect
okay.
change. Change is great.
I think change
We
is a
have
good
to
thing.
change.
I just think that the female change sometimes is a bit more dramatic,
Yes.
maybe than
No,
you know.
no, I think we have to change. But again, is knowing that at the very center of your relationship is two of you and God. If you're both very well centered on that, then whatever change is coming, it's fine. It's fine. But again, it's knowing that there will be change. Some we like, some we don't like. Again, I can talk about size. It's smaller when I got married, much smaller. I'm hopefully getting smaller again, but there was a time I was much bigger than this. I can't speak for my husband actually, because I can't. And he chose not to speak about my size because he valued life more. But again, is knowing that those changes, as you said, I don't think he married me because I was gorgeous and whatever. I think, again, and I don't think he chose not to go. I think there are many times, again, somebody asked a question recently, as in, do we regret our marriage? And I said, at every stage, you regret whatever decision you've made, regardless of whatever the decision was. There is regret. I said, but the bottom line is, what actions come from that regret? Do you decide, okay, we're going to fix this, we're going to talk through this, or cheerio, bye Felicia, we're off. You have to always...
Felicia?
I have no idea. That's what the Gen Z say now.
Pastor Ogu has his own. He calls her Philomena.
Okay.
I said one day he will meet Philomena.
Exactly. It's bye Felicia. So I think it's knowing that it's a conscious thing, but change is definitely a standard. I think we have to.
Okay,
We shouldn't
be
even call
quiet.
it
Let
change.
Dele have a
We
word
should call
in.
it a standard. Change is a given.
Is it?
Yes,
It's a constant.
Okay, Dele.
No, I mean, we've said so much already. I mean, I was going to piggyback off what Aketunde said. And, he said it, but I'm not sure we got it well. Because it's like the perfect 419 scenario. Now, if you
Explain
don't know what that
419,
means, that's an analogy for
Fraud.
in this case, I won't say fraud. Let's just say deception. That's a nicer way. So what I heard him say is that a man would marry a woman in the sense, I've seen it, this is what I'm marrying, okay, so this is the product. It's not going to change, this is it. And a woman is marrying a man to say, it's okay, I can work with this. We will fix it after. And neither is right. So that's what I meant by the deception. So none of them are correct. Now, what makes it workable? So when Akintunde said that was a recipe for disaster, it's right. But what makes it workable is if you are lucky enough to have God in your marriage.
We're there.
That's your hope. Because even in today's world, I don't know about the UK, I don't live here, but I know that in Nigeria, where divorce was not a thing, now it's ridiculous. If in fact somebody said they don't give wedding gifts anymore, that they give wedding gifts after the first anniversary.
Oh no!
Because even the first anniversary is not assured.
It's not assured. Wow.
It's that bad in some cases.
Wow.
So the risks and the issues are real. That's the truth. Now, if God is helping you, I mean, my point of view with regards to what I can say that it is not that the deception in itself is not the problem. It is the lack of preparation for those who are going into marriage.
That's what he said.
That is the
Nobody
problem.
tells you.
Nobody
Yes.
tells. Yes, you're right.
So you don't know what you are getting into now. If you are fortunate enough to know, so and you see, in being fortunate enough to know, we are all married over 20 years. We all have children. How are we telling our children these things? Do they know what to expect in marriage? In fact, the picture of marriage for our children is totally different from the marriages we're in, by the way.
Yeah.
But do they even understand these issues? Because I was fortunate because for some reason I was curious about marriage. Nobody even told me. So I actually read up and I studied and I just tried to understand this thing I was doing. And I was fortunate enough to have some decisions in place early so that you could weather some storms. Because some people think marriage is a bed of roses. Well,
Yeah. Sorry.
yeah, but it's what it is. But here we are, all of us over 20 years, grateful to God because it's not by anybody's power.
Yeah.
But it's not easy. There is a price to pay. It's not a pleasant price sometimes. But is there a better thing than marriage? In my mind, no. It's the best decision you're going to make, hopefully if you have done it with the right person. And it's a recipe for life. It's the basis, it's the basis on which nations are built. It is just what should be. So God will help us. Let me not hug the mic for too long.
But you've digressed again.
Sorry, a little bit.
The discussion solely on marriage. Your statement. Was,
Okay, go on.
Are you? Do
Your
your
decisions
decisions?
Your decisions,
determine your
because the decision went. The
Decision of marriage.
went
Yeah, so that's
marriage,
what made it become. So did you want to say something about that?
Yeah.
Please knock yourself out.
Yeah, you're one bad decision from complete ruin. You just
Always.
need to pray to God to guide your decisions. It could be any decision. It could be an investment decision. It could be the decision of life partner. It could be the decision to go into politics or otherwise. It could be the decision not to stop smoking. And you end up with, pretty much your decisions determine
Your
everything.
destiny, yeah.
And you just need to avoid that one bad decision that could make the whole
Thing collapse.
Things.
cycle collapse. Yeah.
I think it could even be the smallest decisions.
Yeah.
Go on this bus, go on this train, go on this flight, go take this job. It could be leave the house 2 seconds later. There's so many decisions.
Yeah,
and
that one is not even really in your
Yeah.
control.
Well, yeah.
But I'm talking
Yes, I
about
see
the
what
more
you mean.
fundamental issues. Even the choice of which school you put your kid in,
Yes.
or the choice of who you choose to do business with.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to really, possibly the word is to pray.
Yeah.
Because I've seen institutions destroyed by one bad
By
decision.
one word decision. I think you're right in the essence of having that close relationship with God, where you're hearing all the time. I always tell people. I said there's sometimes I'm having conversations and I'm talking and they just notice I stop, and I said the inner voice says, "Shut up there, just stop." So there are many decisions, there are many mistakes, there are many things we can do wrong, and I think again hoping that while we're making the decision process, we put God at the center. It's like, okay, like you said, what school should I put my child in? The decision as to, okay, should we go to this school or should we go there? So because that molds your child is in school more than they're with you at one particular
100%.
time. So that molds your child. The friends they have, the gangs they move, that actually molds your child. So the decision, as you said, the decisions you make are so integral to where your life goes that you can't rely on yourself alone. You truly can't rely on yourself alone most times, all the time.
I think that says it, that you can't rely on yourself, because if you look at decision and destiny, they're so far apart. It looks like one decision can bring a person crumbling down, but that's on the journey. It's not. In fact, I would say this thing called destiny is not a place. It's actually
It's a
journey.
The journey. So the journey doesn't derail totally for a decision per se. Some can. Makes it really hard. But you can't get back on track.
Yeah.
That's only, I would say, if you have the right tools in your box. Number one tool, honestly, for me, is God. Because I know what I've done. I know the kind of decisions I've made. And I know that there's no way that I would be doing what I'm doing where I am if not for God. Because I've made some silly decisions. I mean, scary. Just scary. So, one decision that you made, you think is going to derail you, it's not the end, dude. It's not
There's
the end.
always
dude.
hope.
There's hope.
Yeah.
There's hope.
Yeah.
But I guess it's always better if one can avoid making bad decisions to go that way.
For sure.
But then I guess there's learning that comes out
exactly,
of it.
that's what I was going to say. I
there's-
said I can't find. There's nobody on this panel who hasn't made a wrong decision. We have made epically. What are you saying? You haven't made.
You have no idea.
We have made epically bad decisions.
Seriously.
And what we say is there, but for the grace of God, go I. Because again, that sometimes you think, how did I make it? How did we come
did
through
I
to
get
the
away
other
with
side?
that?
How did I get away with that?
Yeah.
And again, it's God's grace, really. But again, you're right. I think, and I like the destiny is a journey, because sometimes I think the acceptance of the finality of failure, sometimes you think, it's bad, I've done, it's epic, it's crashed, I can't there's no redemption here. But again, I think, yes, knowing that, okay, there's still hope. As long as there's breath in us, there's still hope. There's still hope to.
Yeah. I guess that's a great way to sort of bring it all together, in the sense that, yes, a decision can affect your destiny, but it's never the end of you.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how bad things get. We must always remember that it's not the end.
Yeah.
But it's better to try not to make some of those
Oh no, there's some.
wherever possible.
Yes, yes.
You know,
There are
and-
definitely some that
yeah.
you think, okay, come on. And what we again, I think there's a time we talked about friendship. Again, what you hope is at the time when you're facing that epically foolish decision, there's somebody around you to say, my friend,
Come on.
what foolishness is this? Stop. So you hope that there's somebody that you trust and who you are accountable to, who says, again, because again, of course, there's the grace of God, but God is not going to come down and hold you. Sometimes he does literally hold with me.
There's a small caveat to that.
Yes.
And you're assuming your friend has sense.
No, that's why I said now you should have. You should have those friends.
But you know, like
You should have those friends.
whilst you're talking like this, all I'm thinking is about, okay, what about people that actually don't have God, don't have a relationship with God?
Ah.
And I mean, they may have friends that have sense, and you know, so there's an element of, well, I don't know how. It's like I always say, I don't know how people do marriage without God.
No, I don't. No, I don't. Yes. Again, when you talk, again, I never talk about my faith as if, oh, that makes me a better person than you are. But I know that without my faith, and I talk about this quite openly at work as well, I talk about my faith determines me. So I don't know how to exist outside of it. So if you don't have it, so I can't help. I don't know how to align
I was having a discussion about 3 days ago, and it's on this point, which is that, yes, we're not called to judge anyone for
Yeah.
whatever their beliefs are, but the truth is, you know, because you just said you don't know how people do marriage without God. The truth is, you're not really meant to. In the case of marriage, God wrote the manual. It's His product.
Yeah.
If you want to understand the product, read the manual. But more to the point is that if the scriptures teach us that there's a principle of sowing and reaping, and there is a pattern. The truth is, you don't have to be a Christian
Yeah.
to enjoy sowing and reaping, because it's a model, it's a pattern.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, there are many wealthy people in this world. They're not Christians. They're not people of faith. But the beauty there is that while a non-faith person can walk in the principles of faith, which is essentially by accident, what happens is that a lot of the benefits that come with faith are missing.
Yeah.
So you're walking in a semblance of
looks like-
something, but there's no I don't want to say value, but there's no depth or no depth to the experience. So you can decide to be in a marriage and say, you know what, I'm not going to divorce. You and I, we will never divorce. It's to the death. But there's no God in the marriage. Then you are in it for 30 years. But the truth is, it's a miserable time.
Yeah.
There are all kinds of casualties coming out of that marriage. But we have said to the outside world, man, 30 years. Is it beans? It's not beans now. But that's the thing. So we still need to, just to come back to that, God is critical. He's got to be at the center of our lives. And that makes our lives more meaningful.
Yeah.
Okay, what we got? 2 minutes. Got 2 minutes.
2:23.
2:23. Okay, final word. You see how quickly it went.
Uh,
Were you going to say something?
Oh, I have.
Oh, yeah, quickly.
I want to enjoy my people up.
Yeah, but we're running out of time. Oh yeah, go.
So I think I like the God being the center. It's what anchors, and you can't really. I would say that God he's the extra on our ordinary. There's an unknown quantity when God comes into the situation. That's why I know I can do what I'm doing, the decisions that I make, because I know that God is there.
Cool. Okay, well, was that your final thing? Or
That
was
was
your
my
final thing? Okay,
final.
Akintunde, final words? Nothing.
Nothing
Just
extra.
that you.
Nothing extra.
Okay, can be
But be
cut.
clear to pray, not to make the wrong
decision.
Fantastic.
There, but for the grace of God, go I. I think it's always integral to have God in there, in any relationship, and the acceptance of your destiny. I think also when you say the destiny is a journey, I don't think there's a central point where you say, okay, that's the destiny. There are different ways. My mother used to say on Okonwoja, there are many ways to the market. So there are many roads. Your destiny could be along different paths. They're all successful. They're all great paths. So don't make the assumption that it's just one particular path. God can take you different paths.
We're good.
So, yeah, your decisions do determine your destiny.
Absolutely.
Look, you have the power of choice, and I guess maybe when we're making decisions, we just need to think it first. Like Akintunde said, for us, because we're Christians, we feel like prayer and God is absolutely essential. But yeah, are you following us on YouTube? If you aren't, please do. Yeah, so do follow us and subscribe so that you'll know when we post something, because it's exciting like this when I get my peeps together. Akintunde, thank you. I love you. God bless you. Thank you to you guys, but you know you are regulars now. You know, Akintunde is my his one and his only. See you next time. Keep rocking your own gorgeous.
Bye, guys.
Exactly.